Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Spokane City Council briefing. Ms. Pfister, will you call the roll?
Council President Wilkerson.
Present.
Councilmember Zapone.
Here.
Councilmember Cathcart.
Present.
Councilmember Klitsky. Present. Councilmember Navarrete. Here. Let the record reflect that Councilmembers Bingle and Dillon are absent.
Thank you. We will be going to executive session for potential litigation and pending litigation. That will be for 20 minutes. We will return at 3:53.
Hopefully.
Thank you all. We have now returned from executive session. I'll turn it over to Mr. Piccolo.
Good afternoon. We'll start the briefing for the advanced agenda for August 26th. Start with the consent agenda.
Do we want to start with today's agenda?
Let's start with today's agenda first. How about that? So we can need any deferrals or something.
Okay.
We'll go right to the legislator. I think the first one will be to suspend the rules to add.
Yep, I can make
So on the consent agenda for today, the first item has been updated and has been struck for today. It's been deferred to August 26th, so your agenda should show the strikeouts on.
Right. But I'm going to kick it over to council members upon we have
a motion.
motion to suspend the rules.
Yeah, I move to suspend the rules for the purposes of adding resolution 2024-0082.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor of suspending the rules, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any noes? Okay, go next. Councilmember Zepone.
And then I move to add resolution 2024-82 to the agenda.
Second.
Been moved and second. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
That has been added to the agenda tonight, and we'll let Ms. Fisher start with that one. Did you get that one right?
I can make the motion to.
Okay. Okay, yes.
All right. So I'm moved to defer ordinance C36544.
Is there a second?
Two.
To committee. I defer it to
Second.
committee. And I'll just say I'm making the motion to defer this back to committee so that we can work on this along with other ordinances relating to homelessness and camping back to committee so we can keep working on it.
Is there a second? Councilmember Cathcart.
Yeah, and I know there's some legal reasons for this, but I'm not going to support it. I am very concerned about some impacts that may be coming to my neighborhoods before this might be brought back. And so to defer it could mean some pretty negative issues for the folks I represent, and that's just not acceptable.
It's been moved and seconded to defer ordinance 36544. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any noes?
No.
Ayes have it, that is passed. 6557. There was an amendment on the climate resiliency.
Oh, yeah, I will so move the Cathcart amendment.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded for the,
There was no second.
There's no
Okay.
second yet.
is there a second on the Cathcart proposed amendment? There is no second, that amendment fails.
And Council President,
Yes,
may I just make a
Yes.
comment related? So just the amendment, just so people understand what it does, is it adds a couple of requirements that the group would be looking and doing a fiscal analysis of any of the ideas they're bringing forward, at the same time as doing an environmental analysis to determine what the benefit of the policy is, so that we have a really good understanding of what are the most impactful policies, what are the most expensive policies or investments. And I think that's really critical for us, especially at a time with pretty significant budget challenges. The other is that it looks like it also requires specificity around who's appointed. And so there's a long list of folks that have a lot of overlay with climate change and climate change related impacts. And I felt that it was really important that we ensure a broader spectrum, broader perspectives. My concern is the existing group is fairly biased in one direction. And I'm just very concerned that there will not be a well-rounded group looking at these holistically. And so I wanted to offer this as an alternative to that.
thank you, Councilmember Cathcart. Okay, that's it. All righty. I think we're good for tonight.
Okay, so back to the August 26th agenda. Start with the consent agenda. The first item, Rick Giddings will address this item, purchase of up to 4 used undercover vehicles for the SPD.
Good afternoon, council. This is pre-purchase approval for 4 used SIU vehicles for the SPD's TAC Ops team. This will be using forfeiture funds that were approved on an SPO in July. $100,000 is probably not going to get us all the way to 4 vehicles, but we've got some trade-ins that we'll use to stretch that out, and we should be able to get 4 vehicles with that. Any questions? Yes.
So Rick, so we're still talking about the undercover cars we've been talking about back in the spring, or are these additional cars?
These are additional.
These
Yeah.
are additional, so that if we can afford 4, then how many undercover used vehicles would we have purchased this year?
I don't know that. I can find that out for you. It seems like we purchased 3 earlier this year.
Yeah, so 7, okay.
Yeah, and this funding was approved in July for just using forfeiture funds. I think the TAC Ops team, of course, these vehicles are fairly disposable, so they go through them fairly quickly.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Any other
Any other
questions?
questions? Councilmember
Yes.
Zepone?
I just had a question. If we are adding on vehicles, does that mean we're taking some out of the fleet at the same time, or how is that working?
Typically, that's the goal. It's not necessarily a one-to-one, but on these ones, it should be. We have some trade-ins. Sometimes there's wrecked vehicles that we have to take out, but yeah, we'll be trading in vehicles on these. Any other questions? All right.
That's it,
Thank you.
Second item I will address, this is a contract amendment with outside counsel at Summit Law Group relating to the Michael Bacon versus City of Spokane lawsuit. It's in federal court. This increase of $80,000 will go towards funding the appeal to the full Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. Number 3 and 4 will be addressed by Tom Williams. The first one is a grant agreement with the Department of Ecology, and number 4 is a personal service agreement. Oh, I think we're going to get Chief Oberg.
Yeah, she just did that.
Do we come back to those
Let's
two?
come back to those 2.
Okay. Number 5 and 6 will be addressed by our Director of IT, Laz Martinez. First one is 5-year contract with Exceptionist, and number 6 is a 5-year interlocal agreement with Spokane County.
Good afternoon, council members. Mike. So we have two items in here to cover. One of them is the acquisition of a new software. In year 1 is around $145,000. That includes the installation and the license of the software. And then in year 4, 1 through 4, is roughly $95,000 in cost for the software. The county has agreed on paying half of that, including the installation. What this software is going to be used is to replace an existing legacy software we have. When our supervision unit, when we need to refer a person to receive services, like for example, drug testing, they're using this software to submit the request to the service provider. And when the service provider is done, completes the exam, then the data returns back to us. This is the same process that is used by the county. We call it supervision. It's called by the county probation. It includes transactions prior to or after adjudication in the court of law. We are estimating this software is going to save us at least 2 full-time employees, non-existing today. But if we had to do this process manually, it will increase the delays on getting the results. It will possibly increase the errors, typing errors, and we'll have to add 2 more people into the supervision department in the city. Any questions about that?
Nope. The next one.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Number 7 is a multifamily property tax exemption agreement, and Terry Stripes handles handle this one. Good to see you in person, Terry. I'm looking up at the screen for you, so I'm glad to see you.
I echo that, Mike.
It's good to be back, and especially with a new hip. Love it. So this project that you're looking at for a conditional MFTE agreement is not a new project. This is a project that has been in our pipeline for a very long time, and it's had a very hard time getting going. This is a brownfield location. This is also changed ownership 3 times, and it has now got new investors, and it has a plan change. It's going to be a smaller project, even though it's still at 213 units. And they are working towards completing the project under the 12-year program. So, not a new project, but a project that has new life.
Do you know what has been the major obstacle? Do you have any understanding of that?
A lot of it has to do with the fact that it's a brownfields.
Oh, okay.
So that is, they've had to deal a lot with ecology on this site. And then it changed from the Brown family property to another investor, and then again.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you.
Number 8 is an interagency. Oh, okay, let's go back to items 3 and 4 with Chief Olberg. A grant agreement with Department of Ecology and the personal service agreement.
Chief, before you start, could you give us an update on the fire on the west side of town? Do you have any updates on that?
That's why I don't.
All right,
I think they have a wet line around it, which is good news, but I was going to brief these out and
Okay.
get back out. We're a little bit thin in the city right now. So item 3 is for receiving a Department of Ecology grant for $140,000. $110,000 would go towards equipment and $30,000 towards training. No matching funds on that particular grant. Any questions on that one? And then item 4 is for basically a value blanket with Gordon, make sure I'm looking at the right one, Gordon Truck Company, who is a Diesel Detroit mechanic shop. So most of our heavy apparatus perform with Detroit diesel engines. So this would allow us to streamline when we have those in for repairs.
And so is that outside the scope of our own in-house maintenance people on the trucks?
It is, yeah. Our fleet services will do many of the repairs, but both, a lot of times, the equipment, or if there's a repair that really is over the capacity of what our crews can do. Plus, it allows us to sometimes keep trucks back in service quicker. Rather than waiting in queue for our own shop, we can outsource them to that company.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I've had, probably been a year now that I've last heard this, but some firefighters who had commented that they felt like the apparatus was getting a lot more wear and tear from calls over in basically the Yard or Dogtown area there, just because of so many roads that are unpaved and all that. Is there any accuracy to that? I mean, do you think that where these vehicles go and frequently is really increasing the wear and tear on them?
I mean, the frequency of our use is certainly, that's one of the reasons why we have the ARU program, is that putting those miles on the smaller rigs is much more economical than the big rigs. I think it's going to be hard to quantify conditions of street versus mechanical needs, but there's probably, some correlation in that. But for us, it's the call volume. We are a busy department, and those big trucks are putting a lot of miles, a lot of city miles, those are hard miles, even for a diesel.
Yeah.
But hard to quantify that.
Yeah.
I mean, we know I don't have it in front of me now, but we basically know maintenance-wise per mile what it cost us for a truck, what it cost us for an engine. And we can kind of see how those trend up or down.
Perfect, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Chief.
Why don't you get back to work?
Great. I think I have a legislative item or there's one and I know I'm really jumping ahead, but was there?
Under firefight grants?
Yeah. It
Ordinance
was-
36561. for 140,000.
which is the
Just
Department
great.
of Ecology grant,
Yes.
so
So I think
we
we're
good on that
there.
one?
There
All
is a
right.
There is a resolution declaring Gordon Truck Center that Tom Williams. has
Yeah,
been-
yep, and that's same, that's for that value blanket. I think that's the same one, isn't
Sole
it?
source.
Yes.
Any questions on council members about the sole source? All right, I think you're good.
Thank you.
Don't see any others. Back to number 8, which is the interagency agreement with Washington Traffic Safety Commission, and David Singley, who will cover this item.
Afternoon. So the department was awarded a grant from the Traffic Safety Commission for fiscal year 24-25 to fund a full-time DUI officer. It will cover salary, benefits, and overtime, and the department plans to match that with a second DUI officer. Yes, sir.
Well, I feel like we've voted on this in the past. Is this a recurring grant that we get year to year?
This is the first time I have seen it, but yes, I know in the past we have had DUI officers funded through the Traffic Safety Commission.
Okay. And then I assume it's just an existing officer that this would basically fund. It wouldn't bring on an additional new officer, correct?
There will be no new department employees as
Right.
a result of this, yes, sir.
Gotcha. Thank you.
But this will be a dedicated, because I know we have funded officers for specific things, and then demand pulls them away from that work. Will this officer or the other officer be pretty much specifically DUI, or as time allows them, based on the demand?
This will provide one grant funded and one through SPD funding that will be full-time DUI enforcement.
Any question? Thank you.
Thank you.
Number 9 and 10 will be addressed by Trey George. The first one is a consent to amend a grant contract, and the second is a contract amendment with NB Engineering.
Good afternoon, Council. This is with respect to a contract that was awarded, a grant that was awarded via contract from Ecology to the city for $300,000, where the city had a $100,000 match. That's ongoing and current. And NB Engineering was contracted by the city to implement that work. Ecology has since identified an emergent contaminant in 6-PPD, which is lethal to coho salmon and it's toxic to rainbow trout. And they have a statewide initiative where they've been offering funding to currently ongoing projects to research 6-PPD. So we would like to get approval from council to accept $42,000, $42,19156 to be specific, to amend the contract, the grant contract with Ecology, and then subsequently amend the contract with the consultant to implement the work. It's 100% reimbursable funds, so it will be $0 cost to the city. Yes, sir.
So what is it that we're trying to achieve? You said research, if somebody was willing to research this item?
So this specific item is to add an additional constituent to what we're researching in the already approved contract and the TAPE project, in air quotes. So we're studying a subset of stormwater parameters. This is to get funding to add one more parameter to that study, which is 6-PPD.
And we have the capacity to do it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Anything else on that one?
Number 11 is the Public Works Agreement with Spilker Contracting, and Dave Steele will handle this one.
Afternoon, council members, council president. This contract with Spilker Construction is for the Hoffman Well Station. We facilities partnered with the water department and purchasing to put together a request for bids. Put this out. This replaces the roof. This does a significant amount of masonry repair around the parapet, and then also washes and reseals the entire building and adds a little bit of HVAC venting to keep the interior temperatures a little lower. So this is a site that the water department has spent significant amount of dollars improving the wellheads, and so protecting that investment for the next 30 years is probably a good idea. So, any questions? Thank you.
Number 12 is a placeholder for the report of the mayor for pending claims and payments. Number 13 is a placeholder for the city council meeting minutes. That takes us to the legislative agenda. We have a number of SBOs. The first one has already been addressed for the fire grant. Chief Oberg addressed that one. The second one will be addressed, orders number 36562 will be addressed by Ariel Anderson.
Thank you. And I think I've got one immediately after this one too. So this is an SBO that's specific to the grant agreement with the Healthcare Authority as it relates to the street medicine with Chaz. So, any questions on that?
Just wondering about the administration or administrative costs. Is it actually going to cost $100,000 to
That's
administer
correct.
this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Ariel, is that administrative cost set in the grant? How was that determined? Did we determine it or was already predetermined?
It was, well, no, it was not predetermined. That was a discussion that we specifically had with finance. And so leaning in on Skylar and his expertise to determine the overall cost associated with administering the contract.
All right, thanks.
Shall I go to the next one?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then the next one is in regards to the row amendment. This is for a total of just a little over 1.8 million. 200,000 of that, which is separate from the 1.671. That 200,000 is specifically going to supporting the HMIS or CMIS team as it relates to that, just ongoing data collection and the data integrity. And then the remainder of those funds, the 1.671, will go to for the contracting of services, and then a certain portion of that is also held back for administrative purposes as well, which is outlined in the SBO. Any questions on that?
Thank you. The next SBO is ordinance 36564 for the general fund, and Sarah Nuss. Or Adam McDaniel. We'll handle this one.
Yes, here.
Pinch hitting here. This is the $36,600 SBO to pay for the WUI evacuation modeling software. And then there's a subsequent cost in 2025 that will be baked into the mayor's budget for emergency management on that.
I don't have the details in front of me. What's the source of the dollars?
Unappropriated reserves.
Our reserves.
Yeah.
Is this different than the study, or is this the same thing that we just got briefed on at committee last week?
I think this is different. This is just the software.
Comments, Councilman McCliskey, or you just in
I
agreement?
was just agreeing, it's for modeling.
And Sarah Thompson has the next two SBOs, 36565 for a miscellaneous grant fund and 36566 for the general fund.
Is she online, Jacoby?
We'll try to reach out to her and then have her come back. That takes care of the SBOs, and there are no emergency ordinances. Now on the resolutions and final readings, the first resolution, 2024-0078, is the declaring Gordon truck, and that one's also brief. That's the Chief Olberg. So the next one is Resolution 2479, declaring Community Health Association of Spokane as a sole source provider, and Ariel Anderson. We'll handle this one.
Hello, thank you. So this is in regards to the same theme with the Healthcare Authority grant, specifically for the street medicine, and then this is declaring Chaz as that sole source provider. So any questions on that? Yeah.
Yeah, I've been wondering about just the reason behind the sole source, because it just seems like there are others that could do this type of work if they wanted, and might respond to an RFP. And so what sort of makes it proper that it's a sole source?
Sure. So I would say, so for a couple of reasons. So one, laying out, as I laid out in that briefing, Chaz was really instrumental in obtaining this funding in partnership with the other counties and then Challenge Seattle. And they were able to successfully lobby the legislature for that additional funding. Each county received $1 million. The thing that makes Spokane unique is that we don't actually have a street medicine team that is operating either out, from the health district or even within the city of Spokane, where those other jurisdictions do. So, a sole source avenue or even an RFP just wasn't necessary. And in this instance, I would actually say that the street medicine that Chaz currently does, and again, this is with or at the leadership with Dr. Manriquez, who comes from during that COVID pandemic, really responding to the community need in terms of providing that street medicine, that is unique, particularly for the unsheltered population. Going into encampments, going out, hitting the pavement is very different than what we see. And that is unique to Chaz. I will say that, after it being published, I touched base with Jason with procurement and received no protests. And I've got that in an email that he followed up with me today. So does that help?
Yeah, I guess, I still think a Providence, a Multicare, there's probably some that don't advertise that might, be able to do some of this work. And, nothing against Chaz and the work they do. I'm sure it's stellar, but at the same time, competition drives better outcomes. And I just worry a little bit, going down that road if it's not the appropriate way to go, so.
Thank you.
I'll just comment, Councilmember Cathcart, they have demonstrated the model they're doing, the most experience with that population and respected when they deal with the folks out there on the street. So I think that relationship is probably as most valuable as anything else. And I really don't know of any other medical entity that's really doing the kind of outreach that Chaz is doing currently.
Yeah, this I would say the same. It is, again, very different going into shelters where absolutely needed. Again, a very different skill set is needed when you're going into camps. And that is one distinction I think that needs to be made. Any other questions?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Resolution 2024-80 is in regards to the city's support for the 2024 Fair Housing Plan, and Kimberly Babb will present this item.
Hi, thank you, Council. Yes, this resolution is to support the City of Spokane's 2024 Fair Housing Plan and our requirements to affirmatively further fair housing as a federal grantee. Marley Hawkendonner from the Northwest Fair Housing Alliance is here. You received her presentation to the CHHS board at the UE Experience Committee last week, and she's also available to answer any questions you might have about the plan. Are there any questions?
It was a very well-done presentation. And I think it showed us some things that I didn't know about my city, so thank you for that. I don't have any questions. Oh,
thank you.
No questions. The plan does outline 7 goals, identify strategies and outcomes that CHHS will be working through with their grants, and the Housing Action Subcommittee will also be working on this year.
Next resolution, 2024-81, is setting forth the City Council's approval and endorsement of the funding for contracts for CHHS, and Heather Page will present this.
Hello, Council. So this is the same project recommendations that I briefed you at during the Urban Experience meeting last week. I did submit the supplemental materials to you all last week as well after you requested it. I hope you had a chance to review it. So the funding recommendations that I'm coming to you today with are the ones that for 1590 funds and for home investment partnership funds. These are affordable housing development funds, and the projects that were selected during the funding round included one acquisition project, 2 rehabilitation projects, and then the remaining 6 projects were all new construction. Are there any questions? Yes.
So for the 1590 in particular, I mean, I still would like to get just what the total units, how much is being put in by third parties, and what does that cost? Basically, what does that cost per unit overall? And I mean, I can do the math, but just getting those 2 data points, I think, is really important for me to better judge each submission.
Okay, so what you're looking for is, and we'll just take the top one as an example, Spokane Townhome LLC. The total project cost is $1,869,172,000. The city's committing 70%, and the other funder is the business itself. And so you want to know what that 30% is?
Well, I just want to know for a fact what that percentage is that we are covering versus what either they or a third party is covering. And so if it's updated on that sheet, that's great.
Yeah, so that chart I sent you has the
So maybe
percentage city is funding.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you very much. I'll take a look at that.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
The first ordinance, 36120, is a vacation part of Adam Street, which I think we heard last week, but Eldon Brown will address this item.
Good afternoon. We're still working on that agreement on here, and today it might turn out to be basically almost no agreement. I think they would just like to actually vacate the property, deal with whatever parking comes up. It's got so convoluted with the conditions that they were trying to put on fire lanes and parking lanes and the whole bit. It might make just more sense to actually not have an agreement, have each side vacate their property. And if somebody parks in there where somebody can't actually access, they just deal with it individually instead of trying to put together a bunch more conditions on there that's going to be just tougher to enforce for everybody. So I'm still working on that this week. We intend to keep it on the docket for Monday and make a final decision. One thing I could kind of see that might come out of it is just making sure when you put an access into the site that they kind of reserve easements for both property owners in there so that one access or the main access might be more on one side than the other. So we might just deal with that and then let the parking issues actually sort out. But it just got so convoluted with the attorneys working on this thing that everybody's throwing up their hands and saying, hey, yeah.
And if it's vacated, then who would take ownership?
Basically, they each half get their side of the street from center line to each side.
So are they also would be paying for their portion of that?
This is one we didn't have any. It was done as a no-cost vacation, so there was no fee to it.
That's right.
What made it a little awkward is originally Adams Street, the west 20 feet was vacated for the Hope House. So they've already dealt with that 20 feet over there, and so we got the other 55 feet that's less. That's what we've been trying to deal with is the parking situation on the west side because they already vacated 20 feet over there. But the agreement's kind of getting out of whack on here, so I talked to both parties today. And so we want to keep it on the docket for Monday, and if we make any change to the actual agreement, I'll certainly try to make that a condition to the final reading. But I don't see us trying to defer it any longer. Anyway, that's the status. Any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Thanks.
So does this item need to be pulled from the agenda?
No, we're going to leave it on.
Leave it on for now?
Yeah, it's still,
for next week?
still on the docket on there, so we're going to keep it on the docket and try to take action on it on Monday. So,
Thank you. Next ordinance, 36549, was briefed last week, and I believe there may be a motion on this one.
Go ahead.
I move to defer Ordinance 36549 back to committee.
Second.
And the reason for that is the same as the previous reason, to just work on the ordinances around homelessness and continue to do community outreach about it too.
It's been moved and seconded to defer. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any noes?
No.
That is deferred.
Then the last item is the first reading ordinance, 36567, renaming the Office of Police Ombudsman. And Bart Logue has briefed this one previously. If he's not here, this ordinance will change the name to Police Ombuds, is my understanding.
That's correct. Gender neutral.
And I'm not sure if we heard anything back from Sarah Thompson, so we'll get a message to her to be prepared to brief this item next week. And that is it.
All right, I'll take a motion for the approval of the advanced agenda.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the advanced agenda for August 26th. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any noes? That is approved. We are in recess until 6 p.m.